On the outside, the Swift sports a sleek and modern design. Suzuki have introduced a new Horizon design line that wraps around the vehicle, creating a sense of motion. Rounded shoulder lines give it a sporty edge, while the iconic Suzuki badge proudly sits at the front of the bonnet. Lower headlight positions and L-shaped daytime running lights not only enhance visibility, but also add a touch of sophistication. And check out those clear rear tailgate lights.
Edge FM National News.
Got a news tip? Let us know at edge1021.com.au.
Part of the Ace Radio Network. 102.1 Edge FM.
9 degrees in Melbourne, sunny, a top of 18. It's 9 o'clock. Good morning. I'm Dennis O'Kane. There will be a top-to-bottom review of security surrounding soccer matches in Melbourne following a night of violence leading up to last night's A-League Grand Final, which left a police officer in hospital. As hundreds of fans chanted along Swan Street in Richmond, flares were lit, some thrown towards the police. A number of fans were evicted as they made their way to Amy Park. The police will now review security with the clubs, stadium management and security providers ahead of next year's season. Locals in Mount Eliza are rallying today at a property where they allege dozens of horses are being starved and neglected by the former trainer Maxine Fraser. Organiser Carly Wine says this winter is going to be brutal for the horses, in particular with no grass and very limited hay.
Some of them are in a situation where they may not make it out. So I'm sure there's some that are in excruciating pain and perhaps haven't got a long life ahead of them even when they do get out, but they need to be removed. There's over 50 horses on the property.
The RSPCA says the situation is being investigated. It's estimated in the past financial year there have been more than 8,000 cases of cruelty involving horses. The United States has hit back at Hamas over the terror group's plan for a ceasefire in Gaza. Our US correspondent Jonathan Kersley.
Hamas neither accepted nor rejected the so-called Witkoff plan, instead saying it was prepared to release 10 living Israeli hostages and 18 dead hostages, while maintaining previous demands for a permanent truce, a complete Israeli withdrawal from Gaza and continuous humanitarian aid into the enclave. Steve Witkoff, US President Donald Trump's special envoy to the Middle East, said the Hamas offer was totally unacceptable and only takes us backward. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed to continue military action in Gaza, accusing Hamas of rejecting the ceasefire proposal. In the United States, Jonathan Kersley, 9 News.
China has hit back at accusations it's terrorizing the Indo-Pacific region. US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has used his speech at a defense summit in Singapore to warn China's invasion of Taiwan could be imminent. Mr. Hegseth says there's strong evidence of Chinese aggression in the Indo-Pacific region.
We've all seen the videos and pictures of water cannons and ship-to-ship collisions and illegal boardings at sea. We're also seeing the illegal seizing and militarizing of lands in the South China Sea. These actions reveal a lack of respect for neighbors.
China says America is the real threat under Donald Trump. Another deadly weekend on Victoria's roads with 3 people killed. An 85-year-old woman crossing the Princess Highway at Springvale was hit by a car yesterday afternoon. Earlier, a driver lost control of a car, crashing into a tree at Browns Plains in the state's northeast. And a passenger has also been killed after a vehicle flipped on the Henty Highway in the northwest of the state. Now to finance, $1 Australian is buying 64 US cents.
Rip into Maverick Marine Corowa for your boat service and safety check. Maverick Marine Corowa, the inboard ski boat specialists. maverickmarine.com.au.
Round 12 of the AFL wraps up today for the second day running. No matches in Victoria. Wins yesterday for Fremantle over Gold Coast. Adelaide 90-point winners over Sydney, and the Giants scraping home against the Tigers by 3 points. Coach Adam Uze disappointed with the result, but overall pleased with the performance.
The last quarter got away from us a little bit, but it wasn't method, it wasn't system, it was just slight role execution. We sit here really flat. but at the same time understand that we're on the right path.
That's the latest news and sport.
Donate and fundraise to help the close to 1 million Australians with endometriosis. Find out how at endoaustralia.org.
Harvey Norman Electrical Wangaratta are the fridge specialists. They've got the big brands in stock with a massive range of fridges and freezers to keep your food and drinks ice cold and fresh.
For all your latest local news and events, head to our website, edge1021.com.au. 102.1 Edge FM.
Listen to Edge FM on your smart speaker, on your radio, or at edge1021.com.au.
Local weather.
Your 4-day forecast for the northeast and border for Sunday. An overnight frost warning has been issued, clearing to a mostly sunny afternoon with light winds. Expecting tops of 18 degrees for Wangaratta, Albury-Wodonga and Corowa-Rutherglen. On Monday, partly cloudy, a top of 17. Tuesday, a shower or two, 16. Then on Wednesday, morning frost, then a mostly sunny day at a top of 15 degrees. Right now, it's 2 degrees.